These are the things that you need to do to make 2025 the best year yet. Step number 1 is start with your goals. I want you to sit down and write down all your goals for 2025. Preferably not on your phone, because the pen and paper makes it more real, because you actually physically write down the things. What do you want to accomplish this year? Ask yourself this question and then sit down and write all your goals down. Because if you don't know what your goals are, then you're basically just fumbling around in the dark. So it's very important to set your goals. So sit down with a pen and paper and write everything down, and don't overdo it in that way, like you write down 100 points, because that is too much. Either those goals are very easy to accomplish, so they aren't really something to be a goal, or either it's a way overkill and you won't be able to do it, so you will just get stressed out because it's so many things on the list. So it's much easier to focus on a couple of things at a time. So write down a couple of goals on your list. So that brings me on to point number 2. Build a system. So once you have your paper with all your goals written, now it's time to build a system around those goals. Grab that same paper that you've written down all your goals on, and ask yourself this question: what will it take me to accomplish these goals? So go through them one at a time. Here's an example. If your goal is to get stronger this year, then you need to implement a habit to make that happen, because you won't just get stronger by setting the goal. You won't get stronger by just thinking that you want to get stronger. You have to do something to get stronger. So the habit to getting stronger could be, say, going to the gym and lifting some weights. Then the system that you need to build, or the thing that you need to do to get stronger, is to go to the gym. So try to build out a system of what you need to do to accomplish these goals. Try to make it as specific as possible, so it's very clear for you what exactly you need to do. That brings me on to point number 3. Make it easy to succeed. The trick is to make the habit easier, because obviously it's hard to do something that's hard, but it's very easy to do something that's easy. So try to make the habit as easy as possible. This isn't to say that you're not going to do hard things, but to do the hard things, you can lay out a system like this. If you want to run 5k, that's pretty hard, especially if you're sitting indoors and it's very cold outside and you don't want to do it. It's very hard. So instead, do it like this. Create a habit of just putting on your running clothes and going outside. That is your starting habit. So now, once you are already outside and got all your running clothes and equipment and such things, now it's much more easy for you to go for a run. Have an easy habit that enables you to do the harder habits easier. And the easy habits that is in front of the hard habit should be no longer than 2 minutes, because it makes that's like sort of the maximum length of the easy habit to make it easy. Because you can always get yourself to do something that's under 2 minutes, but if it's longer than that, then you can come up with all sorts of excuses. And a big part of accomplishing what you want for this year is to actually doing what you set out that you're going to do. Because if you don't take action, then nothing will happen. But if you take action every day and you do something small that works towards your goals every day, if you do that for 365 days, then you will be completely unrecognizable at the end of the year. I can promise you that. And in order to do something, some small steps every day towards your goals, then you need to make it easy. So for those days that you don't feel like doing anything, you can still make some progress. You will make much more progress if you're doing some small progress towards your goals every single day, even those days when you don't feel like it. Instead of putting in a massive amount of effort, some days when you just feel like it. So remember to make the habits easy, to make it a routine. I'm not sure if I explained that very well, but you probably get my point. Those are the main 3 things. But I also have some recommendations. One recommendation is this book. It's 1% Method. And it's a book about habits, and it teaches you basically everything there is to know about habits and how you can create new habits and how you can remove or cut out bad habits. And it's where I got a lot of the information for this video. Another thing is to document your journey. I really recommend you to film yourself like once a week or every single day to document how it's going with everything. And that's because it makes you much more invested in the process, which makes it much more likely to that you won't quit. Another recommendation that I have is to break down the year into smaller parts. A year is a very long period, and it can be a bit overwhelming to set goals for the entire year. Instead, you can set like goals for a 90-day period, and that makes it a bit more manageable and easier to, at the end of the 90-day period, to check back in and to see how you're how it's going and how you're making progress towards those goals. And it makes it a bit more flexible to readjust and to change your mind if you find out that something that you thought was your dream but ended up not being it. So it makes it a bit more flexible for you to change and readjust your goals over the year, and it makes it a bit more manageable because you can visualize yourself over a 90-day period. You can see where it will be, but over an entire year it can be a bit overwhelming. Another tip on how to be on track on your goals is like a weekly review where you sit down for a little bit. You can write it down or you can record yourself, where you basically just review the week on how you're making progress towards your goals. If there's anything that you need to adjust in your system that you've built. For example, if you said if your goal was to go to the gym 5 days a week, and at the end of the week, when you sit down, you realize that you've only been going to the gym 2 times that week, then that could mean that there's something wrong with your system. So you can reflect on if there's anything that you need to readjust or change in that in your system because it's not working, or if it's just you that have been slacking off a bit. So that's a really good idea to see that you're still on track, or if you're not, then you can readjust and have a weekly reset the next week so you can start over again. And those are all the tips that I have for you. These are the exact same systems that I will be using for my year, and I will be documenting my journey here every single week. Once a week I will be posting sort of a weekly review update video to keep myself on track and to see what's working and not. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you all the best of luck for 2025. And let's do this together now. Come on.